Okay, y'all, I wanted to quickly go through the question that most of us get. Which program should I start with? So maybe you've talked with your coach about a specific program, especially if we're doing a test group coming up. Highly, highly recommend getting in on the program that is brand new if that's something that suits you. But I always want to make sure that I set up my challengers with something that's going to excite them. So whether you are a total beginner, or you're somebody that's more advanced, or you love running and you need cross training, there's something for you with Beachbody On Demand. There's so many options, and I think sometimes it's hard to know where to even begin. So I want to give you kind of a rundown of some of my favorites, where I would start depending on where you are. But I just want to remind you, if there's a test group going on, definitely reach out to your coach, because that's a really special experience to do something new with our team. You get VIP access to the trainer that's doing it. It's brand new. Nobody else does it. Nobody else knows what's coming. So it's this FOMO kind of excitement for you to show up and want to be super committed to not just your fitness, but your nutrition of that program. But just in general, Beachbody On Demand, let me share my screen with y'all and we're going to walk through it. So this is your browser that you will see when you log into beachbodyondemand.com. And at the top, there's going to be a lot of options. These are just the recent workouts that I've personally done. But what you can do is scroll all the way here and go to, under featured programs, you can click all programs. And the cool thing about this is there's actually options here to sort at the top. So if you click fitness level, you can kind of click, okay, I'm intermediate, and click that, and it'll, whoops, I clicked too fast. It'll show you suggested programs of where to start, right? Personally, I'm doing 10 rounds right now. Highly recommend that for any sort of fitness level. The cool thing about any program on Beachbody On Demand is there's always a modifier for everything. And I know you might come in and think, well, I don't need to modify. Most of the programs that I've done, I've modified at some point in time. And I've been in the fitness industry for almost actually longer than that, 8 to 10 years at this point. So there's no shame in modifying, and I want to start with that. But I'm going to kind of go through some of the programs that I've loved, where I would start. Now, if I was a total beginner and I have not been active in a long time, I would actually tell you to start with something like bar blend is a great option. I didn't use more than 2-pound weights. What I recommend for every single person, just straight off the bat, is 21-day fix. And there's an option for real-time workouts, which are just every week is different, rather than the regular 21-day fix is 7 days of workouts and you repeat them for 3 weeks. So that's a great place to start. It's a good mix of cardio and Pilates and yoga and strength. So you will need a variety of weights for that. But it's just a great overview, and they're 30-minute workouts. So I usually suggest our girls starting there. Another option for beginners is something called, see, there's so many options here, I have to go down, Clean Week. If you are a total beginner with fitness, highly recommend Clean Week. They're short workouts. They help you get into the movement of understanding your body, and they're super duper simple. So that's where I'd start if you were a total beginner. Now, if you're somebody that's like, okay, I've been loving my routine but not seeing results, where would I start? So I think 10 rounds is a great option. It's a boxing strength workout, so that's a great one. They're 30 to 40 minutes. I also love, if you are a fitness lover and you love sports, 4 weeks of the prep, highly recommend, and then you can go into 6 weeks of the work. This, hands down, is one of the hardest programs in our Beachbody library, so approach with caution, and I would work up to it through 4 weeks of the prep. If you're looking for a longer consistency, Morning Meltdown is a great option because it's 100 workouts. Each one is totally different. Again, a mix of cardio and strength and just movement of your body. If you're a mama and you like short and sweet workouts, but something that's going to get your heart moving, Transform 20 is great. You will need the step for that one. Also Lift 4, my mom's love, because it's 4 days a week. And this is a great option to pair with somebody that is running or doing other activities, because you can mix it in really well with doing those other activities. So it's meant to if you love hiking or you love biking or you love doing yoga classes, you can easily mix that program in with your current routine. 80-day obsession is, you got to be committed to, and I'll say this with all programs, the nutrition plans. You won't get results if you're not following any plan. We all know you can't outwork a bad diet. So each of these programs, when you click on them, so we'll go to 80-day obsession, for example, there's a program materials tab for them. And it's really important for you to go through this, the starter guide. There's a nutrition tab, there's a calendar and tracking. A lot of them have Spotify playlists, which are super cool. So you need to know what the nutrition plan is for your program. This is not supposed to be a diet or restrict you all of the time, but something like 80-day obsession is really important to be on your nutrition game, because it is all about when to eat things around your workout, because it is such a big commitment. It's almost hour-long workouts, 6 days a week. So I just want to add that in there. I got insane results with it, but you need to do it at a time in your life that it is available to you when you have that hour to do that workout. Otherwise, you're going to constantly feel like you're not giving it the best that you could, right? Or you're not getting the results that you want, putting in the time that you are. So I think that's really important. No matter what program you pick, it needs to align with where your life is at. If you can only give 20 minutes a day, don't pick a program that's an hour long a day. You're always going to feel like a failure, right? So if you are just working up to something, pick something that you can improve upon, that you can do without weights week 1, then you can add weights. Like, set yourself up for success with your coach. And that's why I wanted to do this video. If you are also a fitness lover, oh my goodness, and you want to get really great results, especially between nutrition plan and just like insane workouts, highly recommend Shift Shop. This is a program that's near and dear to my heart. Chris Downing's one of my very great friends. I actually was in the test group for this program, so I trialed it out as the guinea pig before anybody else got hands on it. And it's a staggered nutrition base that the workouts start at 25 minutes and they work up to 45 minutes week 3. And there's actually an advanced option now for 50-ish minute workouts. But your carb intake, your yellow containers, decreases as the workout load goes up. So you can get really great results in 3 weeks. This is a program that I highly recommend if you're like getting ready for something big in your life and you want to get really great results. I love it. It's an athletic base and it's just great for people that love sports. And you can also do it outdoors, and it's a really great one to do with your spouse as well, because you switch between strength and cardio each day. Other workouts I'd recommend to do with your spouse, if you're like, we want to make this a family affair, 10 rounds is great. The work is great. Lift 4, the guys love. There's a lot of options in here that y'all can do together and make it a family affair. But most of the time, as women, we have to set the pace and show them what's possible. Most likely, they're not going to want to do patio with you, right? That's a mix of Pilates and yoga. Great option. I get asked a lot too, like if I have an injury or something that's been nagging me, what should I do? Highly recommend taking it easy, talking to your doctor, going to physical therapy, but there's never going to be a like one size fits all for somebody. So programs that I would recommend is like PiYo, 3-week yoga retreat, anything without jumping. Bar blend is also a low impact, high intensity workout that you can modify. There's 3 levels of modification. There's old school things like you probably recognize T25, P90X. The guys love Body Beast as well. Of course, Insanity's on here. If you're looking for something of shorter time frame when it comes to 80-day obsession, A Little Obsessed is 30-minute version workouts of those, and A Little More Obsessed is like 40 to 45 minutes. So those are kind of my go-tos when I'm like, I really want to do something like to push myself, but I don't have an hour long to do it. You will need resistance bands for those. So make sure you know that. Another great one for moms is 22-minute hardcore, because it's 22 minutes, but be prepared. Tony Horton will kick your booty. If you like more dance style stuff, Size is great from Shaun T, as well as Country Heat is another great option. I mean, there's so many things on here, guys. And even if you're like, okay, here's another thing. If you are pregnant or postpartum, there's a lot of workouts on Beachbody On Demand specifically for that. So if you go to Autumn's BOD exclusives and you click active maternity here, there's a lot of options no matter what trimester you're in. And honestly, most of our girls that are pregnant have done 10 rounds, have done bar blend, have done 21-day fix. They just modify and they don't do things on their back. So there's a whole unit in the hub that is specifically if you are pregnant or postpartum on what to do. So that's kind of the overview of workouts. I mean, they're always adding new stuff to our library. I just wanted to show you the depth and the options here. pick something that you're going to be excited about, pick something that, try out the different trainers. The other great option I'll say to do is if you're like, okay, I'm not sure which one I want to do, you can say, okay, morning meltdown, what is that like? I'm going to click it. In the cover photo of a lot of the newer programs, there's a sample workout that's usually 30 to 45 minutes, and you can try out that program and see what it's like, because it'll give you little snippets of each part of it. So that's another great one to try out a bunch of different workouts your first week and see what speaks to you. There's one for 10 rounds, there's one for bar blend, there's one for the work. There should be still one for Transform 20. Yep. So all of them have options here, so you can kind of see like, that's for me, that's not for me. Okay, this is the program I want to stick to for the next 30 to 60 days and do it all out. So that's programs, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any other questions, definitely post in the hub, post in our bod group, and we can't wait to see you on Zoom workouts.